bestie, welcome back to my channel, my returning subbies. And if you're new, it's your favorite southern psychic, Lele in the building. And today we got another readings. Go ahead and get your drinkity drink, go get your snackity snack, and let's get it popping. Now this energy, like, I really don't know what we're going to title this reading because it is very intense. Okay, so something that happened, like the beast woke up inside of you. You woke up in beast mode, literally, okay? So it might be this new moon that we're having as I'm recording. It's in the sign of Taurus. Now, I know people are always like, Taurus energy is kind of patient. You don't really think about emotions, but in regards to everything else that's been going on in the astral, there's this energy of like, you've had enough. I'm hearing enough is enough, okay? So you had some people who like took your kindness for weakness is what I'm hearing. It could be at work or something like that, where you feel really patient. The thing about Taurus energy is that it's very patient, and it's kind of like the inactive volcano, right? Because as somebody who's trying to keep the peace in situations, it's like in keeping the peace, there was this inner chaos that was going on inside of you, okay? And so I'm hearing enough is enough. Like something has happened where you're feeling these emotions, maybe like a sense of like anger or injustice in a situation, or just realizing like waking up one day and looking around and realizing like, I don't like the way things are. And like, instead of either like being destructive, like self-destructive or moping around, I'm hearing spirit say that depression is anger turned inward, right? So when we're not facing the emotion of anger and those feelings and the truth of that, it can become suppressed and turn into depression, right? And so there's this energy of like, maybe you noticed like you just had enough. It's like you went from feeling kind of mopey and depressed to feeling kind of this anger energy, okay, with this injustice or just dealing with crap in your day-to-day life. Okay, and so this energy is coming through, like spirit saying like you're going to get what's yours. Like there's this energy of you no longer taking no for an answer is what I'm hearing here, okay? And so definitely, like I said, it just feels like, everywhere you turn, maybe you felt like a door was closed there, a door was closed here, and it's like you're done being like you're done with this patient energy is what I'm hearing here. I'm hearing like you want it, you got it. The moment that you claim it, it is yours, okay? So this energy coming through, you're finally realizing that you're the one with all the power, okay? And so people better get up out the way is what I'm hearing, because like you're done playing nice is what I'm hearing, especially with like being applicable with people who are literally bullies or like people who want to sit there and throw their weight around is what I'm hearing here, okay? And so this energy, we literally have all major arcanas. I usually don't pull this much tarot in the beginning of the reading, but like I had to clarify because all these major arcanas, spirit is showing me that like all of the stars are currently aligning for you right now, okay? So something is happening, like this portal is opening up for you where finally you realize like you are the walking opportunity, okay? Nothing magical happens without your say so, okay? Your perception of self, and the perception of yourself is starting to shift where it's like, you know what, like let me go ahead and put on like the armor of God is what I'm hearing. Like you're learning like finally to like step up to the plate, put the armor of God on, and be a fierce warrior, because that's what you are. Especially if you feel like you settled in certain situations in your life, it's like you're done settling for a lower perception or a lower vision is what I'm hearing here. Okay, so the first cards that we have coming through, we have the Empress clarified, the High Priestess, boo. Okay, so this ain't even the first part of it. Okay, so we're gonna start here. This might be a long reading because spirit showing me that like I said, you've just had enough, and it's just coming to this point in your life where you're realizing like, look, the High Priestess and the Empress coming together, this is you finally stepping into your power. The divine feminine within yourself is finally stepping into its power is what spirit's showing me, okay? And so the Empress is somebody who takes a crappy situation, she takes the lemons and makes lemonade, right? And so you're finally using your intuition and your discernment situations and trusting yourself and no longer letting people put a false identity over you is what I'm hearing here, because this is who you are, okay? You're beautiful, you're talented, you got it going on, you got it made, boo, okay? And so you definitely had people who were like trying to cast this like spell energy over you and were wanting you to like kind of like slip up or fumble the ball. But the thing is, look, we have the Chariot clarified with Temperance, okay? You have arrived. This is the moment in your life where you look in the mirror and you realize that you are a bad bitch. That's what you are. And you have healed from so much dark tragedies in your life. And I'm hearing that you are spiritual bad, you know what, okay? And like we also have the Magician clarified with the Four of Wands. So this is an energy of like you have taken the power back, you've taken the control back is what I'm hearing. I just feel like you're in the process of eradicating all of the obstacles. It's like what was hard before is now starting to become easy because you're finally like, it's like I'm seeing Mad Max. Okay, you ever see that movie? Okay, it's giving Mad Max energy where you're a survivor, you're very resourceful, is what I'm hearing here. Okay, so the star of the Hanged Man, this is giving me this energy like you've waited around long enough. Okay, you have had so many different sides of perceptions that you try to see, you know, situations in like, okay, I see your side of the story, let's compromise here. Like you're done compromising your vision is what I'm hearing here with the star card. Okay, so this is the time period where you get off of this tree of like over analyzing things and like you see things clearly now is what I'm hearing here. Okay, and with the star coming through, boo, this is the time period where you go get that bag, you go get your dreams. Okay, whatever it is that you desire, Spirit saying desires you. You are finally in the essence of manifesting your best life, a place where you belong. Spirit saying that you belong. Okay, we also have Judgment clarified with the Two of Wands. So the only cards that were not major arcanas was the Four of Wands and the Two of Wands. Okay, clarified with Judgment. Okay, and so this is the time period where like you take back control, the reins is what Spirit's saying. No longer letting other people, you know, be in the driver's seat. Like now you're in the driver's seat is what I'm hearing here. Okay, and it's a rude awakening to some people because they had plans, but you got other plans is what I'm hearing here. Okay, so new plans are starting to open up for you. Okay, you're making new plans, you're making new actions is what I'm hearing here. Okay, and we have in the oracle cards, we have the Alchemist, empowerment, pain, and sorceress. Look, you take a crappy situation and you have the ability to transmute it and make it into something beautiful. Okay, that's what you came here to do. Okay, and it says, oh, I don't break that easy, not anymore. Instead, I use things as fuel. And so whatever injustice that you've dealt with in your life, like I said, enough is enough, right? And so with this energy, Spirit is saying like you're not sitting there letting things break you anymore. Now you're starting to take the pain, take the anger, the emotional rage is what I'm hearing, and transmuting it into your power. Okay, and so this is like literally, I'm hearing like okay, if my sister's watching this, I love you, girl. Something that she says, and it's kind of like ringing true to this reading. Okay, I can do all things through spite, which strengthens me. Okay, it's giving kind of scorpionic energy. Actually, my sister, I think she has Moon and Taurus in her 8th house. So yeah, that's what it's given. Okay, so it's definitely like you're finally learning how to like, you know, take these negative emotions and using it for your benefit. Okay, so take those emotions, honor those anger. This anger is what I'm hearing here. Okay, we also have the glow up card coming through as well, and it says time went by and she finally sees. She became the queen that she was meant to be, or king. Okay, to my fellers. All right, so you have finally grown up through transmuting all the anger and injustice. Okay, and sometimes spite can be your friend. Okay, I know everybody's like, oh, love and light and peace, but sometimes you can take those lower vibrational energies and use it as fuel. Okay, it's definitely an intense situation that you've been going through. You've been initiated, is what Spirit's showing me. Okay, so we have initiation coming through. Okay, sacred sight, realizing that like regardless of how crappy the situation is, it's like you have this fertile ground is what I'm hearing here. Okay, to create something new, to create something beautiful. Okay, and so definitely the Spirit is saying like this is a time period of initiation. You have been initiated, boo. Okay, the baton has been passed to you. Finally you're taking the baton and you hitting people upside the head with it. Not literally, but like metaphorically speaking, it's like your wand, your power. Okay, and so like nothing's going to get in the way of your destiny. Nobody's going to get in the way of what's meant for you. Okay, and you're finally realizing that. It's like you're getting locked in is what I'm hearing here. Okay, and we literally have the planetary wisdom card coming through, which is funny. I'm recording this on the new moon in Taurus, right? And so this is talking about like all the stars are lining up for you finally, okay? Whatever situation you're dealing with. I'm also hearing the cards that you were handed, okay? And we have the bone bouquet, which is all about viewing life like we're all going to die one day. Like life is so short. It's like, why do we want to settle in that situation? Why do we want to keep quiet to keep the peace in a situation that needs truth? Okay, so you are the walking truth serum and people ain't ready. That's why I said they better get up out the way. Okay, this is a time period where you know thyself. To thine own self be true, right? A lot of times whenever we stay quiet as a quiet bystander to injustice, what happens is like bad things happen in history. You know what I'm saying? Like whenever we keep quiet. So this is the time period where your throat chakra is activated. You are the phoenix. You have all this wisdom. And this is the time period where you're done playing small. You're done sleeping on your talents, your intuition, your gifts. Like I said, like you got it going on, and I don't know who tried to come up in your energy and try to front. Like you had people who were fronting around you is what I'm hearing here. Okay, they were fronting like this fake bravado is what I'm hearing, but you're the real deal. You are the real deal because you are well seasoned from this life experience that you've had. Okay, you've been through a lot. We have karmic completion at the bottom of this deck. So this is like wrapping up this old narrative. And now you're walking through a new corridor. It's just giving the vibe of like you're quantum leaping right now. This is the process where you're quantum jumping out of that old timeline. You're done, dealing with garbage. You're done dealing with crappy people, and it's like if you have to deal with them, you're dealing with them in a different way, in an assertive way, in a truthful and honest and fierce way, right? That's what I'm hearing here, okay? So definitely I'm hearing another message come through, like through this initiation, like people are seeing this whole other side of you that's a lot more fierce. Like I said, you are a baddie, you are a warrior, okay? And so anytime anyone has ever tried to come up against you, it was just because they were feeling intimidated by your power, and you have this like understanding of this is what I'm hearing. So Spirit's saying that you are divinely protected as you speak your truth, and as you like leave people in the trash is also what I'm hearing here, okay? Now you're in this energy of like you just walking up into the building and act like you run something. You know what I'm saying? You do, because you do, boo. You run everything. You run the empire. I'm hearing that you keep the business afloat, kind of thing. Like you keep places and things and situations afloat, and like you're the rejected cornerstone in situations, okay? That's the reason why this is the time period. Spirit saying it's time to speak up. It's time to be real. It's time to be honest is what I'm hearing here, okay? I also just heard you need to ask for a raise at your job, especially if you've been working there for a while and they ain't giving you a raise. It definitely feels like there's like this energy of protection and justice, okay? And if I'm hearing like you're no longer compromising your vision anymore, because when you do that, like I said, like you just suffer in silence, and you're done suffering in silence, right? Like I feel like you're taking the power back. You're taking back control of your life and what you want for yourself, okay? Yeah, moving on. Thank you. Next, what did I say? This is a karmic wrap up, a karmic completion. You're moving on, especially if you speak your truth and people don't want to hear it, or they want to sit there and get defensive. That's what it is. Like I feel like maybe for a while you were afraid of like some sort of like confrontation, and now like your skin is so thick now in situations. It's like you're the one who is coming up with the ultimatums. Like, look, this is the facts. This is the truth, okay? I'm gonna speak my piece. You can take it or leave it, right? That's what I'm hearing here, okay? So you got some people who are like, they weren't expecting this. It kind of came out of left field, you being honest in this way, okay? Played out. Look, we got played out. Something is played out. Like I said, that's why you're in this energy of like, you know what? If I have to compromise my vision of what I truly desire for myself for your benefit, like I'm out of here, because it's all played out. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gone on long enough is what I'm hearing. Enough is enough. Moves in silence. So definitely an exit plan. It could be that you're working on as you're wrapping up this old situation. It definitely could be like, maybe you're applying for jobs or something like that, but you're keeping it on the DL. Whatever this is, it's like you got a game plan going on, okay? And so Spirit wants you to stay focused on this game plan, and don't let this outer reality distract you, especially if things just haven't seemed like it's going your way, quote unquote. It's going to go your way. You just got to kind of like move in silence and keep a game plan. Like really do this thing, okay? And not shy away from it. I'm also here like getting out of procrastination. Fake smiles coming through. Look, I'm just giving the energy of like smile and wave, boys. Just smile and wave, okay? Definitely in a situation where you have spoke your piece and people still want to act ignorant, you'll say it's like, okay, I see how it is. We gonna act applicable. We'll sit there, and have like the Jesus smile, as my grandma says. Okay, put your Jesus face on. But at the same time, like you got other moves, you got other options. That's what it is. You're realizing that you have options, okay? And so you are manifesting. You're literally in the process of manifesting a better outcome, a better situation for yourself is what I'm hearing here, okay? You have more power, more say-so, and like I said, the rejected cornerstone, the moment that you're gone, boo, you don't realize that whole empire is gonna crash, okay? It's like, it's given like you're the essential employee, you know what I'm saying? Like whenever you're gone, like everything is chaotic, right? That's what people don't realize, and they've taken that for granted. And I think that's the reason why like you're done with this old script, right? That's the vibe. Karmic friends, can't fully trust them. Tension, secret competition. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. What was I saying? This is a karmic completion that was played out with some karmic friendships, connections. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like whenever you were playing small, it was fine, right? It's okay. It makes them comfortable. And then the moment that you actually step up and you start to actually be yourself and speak your truth, okay, or actually have bigger visions and bigger goals, it made people uncomfortable. That's what I'm saying. Like, people better get up out the way, because they are not ready for you to be this big and bold like the way that you do it, boo. Okay, so they were all karmic friends. Yes, this is a confirmation for you that like you're doing the right thing on moving on, okay? Also, I'm also hearing like maybe lately they've been noticing you pull your energy away is what I'm hearing, okay? Dodging bullets, blocking negativity, escaping crazy people, and protected by haters. Exactly. Look, you are literally in the process of like moving ship. It's like you're moving out of the swamps. You're moving out of this dark energy with certain connections and people. Like I said, you might have to deal with them temporarily, but this is not going to be forever. And you definitely dodged a bullet big time. And finally speaking your piece of situations is what I'm hearing here, okay? And so this is the time period where like you're blocking out all negativity. You're blocking out like, it's almost like even like I said, like even though maybe around you, like I said, you're fed up with the way things have been, right? And you're wanting better for yourself. You're wanting more for yourself is what I'm hearing. And like I said, like with this moving in silence, that's the reason why you can't really reveal these big plans to these people, okay? Because the moment, like I'm hearing gossip, like they'll sit there and say, oh, well, so-and-so is saying that they're going to go do this. And like, you don't understand the envy that they have, right? Because you have the guts, the cojones to actually like step up to the plate and be this baddie that you are, okay? So this is a time period, definitely like you're a big fish in a small pond and you about to get up out the fishbowl is what I'm hearing here, okay? Bro, oh my God. Okay, literally what I said. We have travel. You go get up out the fishbowl. You go to the oceans. What's happening, okay? So you go be traveling, moving house. It could be as well. We have threatening, intimidating, threatened, and bothered. Like I said, there's something about you actually stepping up into your power that has certain people bothered. Literally girl fight coming through. Arguments, physical fight at war, and competing. There's a lot of this competitive energy, okay? And that's the reason why you try to play small to sit there and make people feel comfortable, because you understood that like if you were really to be yourself, like they could not handle you, okay? And so finally you're in this process of like shedding the skin, unmasking yourself, and letting yourself be seen for who the F you are, okay? And it definitely feels like a time period where you're becoming more blunt is also what I'm hearing here, okay? Regardless if they feel intimidated or bothered by your energy, okay? Because you're in this energy of being unfazed. You're like, you know what? I know I'm a baddie. Like, I know who I am, okay? I'm sorry you didn't get the memo, right? Like, that's what it's given. Like, people did not get the memo. It kind of came out of left field, like I said, okay? They were like, well, I should have had a memo. Oh, I wish that you would have been honest with me. It's like, honey, you could not handle, it's like you can't handle the truth is what I'm hearing. Some people cannot handle the truth of your power, dude, okay? So that's the reason why, like, you getting up out the swamp. You out of here, period. I'm here, get in where you fit in, and it ain't here. Talking ish. What did I say? This is what I'm saying here, okay? They be talking smack about you because you over here in your power. It's like, you know, whenever you're really good at your job, for example, and some people are saying, oh, you just doing the most. It's like, no, you got a good work ethic. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are the change in society. You are what people, like, the society is missing is what I'm hearing. It's your work ethic. It's your loyalty. It's your faith. It's your hard work, your dedication, your big heart, the fact that you care, right? I feel like you're tired of being surrounded by people who just don't care. Is what I'm hearing, okay? So this is a time period where, like, you just shine your light, period, and you be the best that you can be. And if people want to talk smack, be like, oh, you so old school, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? Like, it feels like you have this old soul that you're carrying into this modern world, and, like, that's why it's been hard for you to make deeper connections is also what I'm hearing, okay? So, like I said, you're done playing small is the big message that I'm hearing here, okay? Let them talk. Stay unfazed to them, okay? Like, haters gonna hate, potatoes gonna potate. And that's what they are. They a bunch of couch potatoes, period. Also hearing exercising, working out, or something like that. There's something about you changing your habits or changing something, your routine. Like, you're not out partying. Maybe you're, like, trying to stay more disciplined, trying to read more books, learn a new language, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it's given. Like, you're in this time period of self-discovery and self-mastery is what I'm hearing, okay? I feel like it got to a point, like, you just got tired of your own ish. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really when big change happens. It's whenever you get tired of your own bullcrap. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you sit there in a situation long enough and, like, it's like you keep on placating or you keep on playing small. It's like you get tired of your own ish and then you finally get up and you do something about it, right? Using that anger, like I said, as the fuel to be better. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. Wow. I'm freaking proud of you. I'm proud of you for finally getting up, shaking it off, and deciding, you know what, I'm going to be better today. Regardless of the pushback, regardless of the darkness around me, I'm going to be the light in the darkness, right? Period. Exactly. Yes. Look, we have hustling everything. I'm hustling. Okay. We have dusted off. So you're saying continue to hustle. Keep working. Stay focused. Don't sit there and be phased to their tactics. Okay. They gonna talk. They gonna try to sit there and, you know, it's like they're adding fuel to the fire. Let the negativity. It's like you're an energy snatcher. Snatch that darkness. Snatch that energy. Transmute it into power, boo. Okay. You got them bothered because you're being better. they got issues. That's all I gotta say. So Spirit saying dust their ish off. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't sit there and be face to them because they're just jealous of your work ethic. They're jealous of your beauty, your talents. I'm telling you, you got it going on as the Empress, as the High Priestess. Okay? It's like you have all these divine gifts that were passed down to you, and you're done sleeping on your gifts is what I'm hearing here, okay? Bottom of the deck, ego. Yeah, hurt ego. You hurt people's ego is what Spirit's showing me here. And you're healing your own ego, where before you were trying to play small, and it's like you were coming from this like wounded energy, right? And so finally you've healed is what I'm hearing, and now you're finally stepping up into your power as this beacon of light, okay? And it's got some people butthurt. It's literally the message, okay? So regardless of how people feel about you being big, bold, and in charge, you know, like, that ain't your concern, period. All right, so let's get a pop and see some more. Like I said, we go a little long today. You've been initiated, like, you know who you are now. Yeah, we have the 10 of Wands in the reversal. Look, I know it's been hard, it's what Spirit's saying, but it's come to a point, like I said, your skin has thickened so much through your experience. And what was hard before is starting to become easier and easier, right? It's like viewing the hardship and the pain, like, kind of get, well, that's a weird example, like getting turned on by, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a survivor, I'm a warrior, period. Yes, exactly. Ooh, what's this? What is this? The 2 of Wands in the reversal. Okay, it says personal goals, inner alignment, fear of unknown, fear of change, playing it safe, lack of planning. Look, this is what I'm saying you're done with. You're done playing safe. Okay, it ain't safe, it ain't safe, it ain't safe, it ain't safe, period. And their plans are backfiring, okay? Literally, Wheel of Fortune, 3 of Cups in the reversal, okay? So, like I said, get in where you fit in, and it wasn't with them, okay? So, something's changing in your favor is what Spirit showing me here with the Wheel of Fortune. Like I said, a karmic completion where certain plans, it's like, this is not your burden to carry anymore is also what I'm hearing. Okay, I just heard specific message. Somebody could have tried to like take your man. I'm hearing best friend took your man or something. This is very specific. Spirit saying let them have that garbage. It is no longer your burden to carry, okay? And they ain't gonna do right, okay? That's very specific, okay? So this is the time period, like, you're no longer going to be stressing over certain connections and situations. It was never your burden to carry, is what I'm hearing here, okay? It's like you're letting, it's almost like you're letting the universe fight your battles for you, okay? So that's what Spirit says, just let God take control is the big message I'm feeling here. God don't like ugly, okay? So if somebody's doing some shady ish behind your back, it will be found out, okay? The Hierophant, and we do have the 3 of Pentacles coming through, okay? So this is like definitely giving an energy of being committed to people who are also committed to you or also have higher visions like you do. You have higher visions, okay? And I'm also hearing like listening to podcasts and things like that online. I don't know why I just heard radio, okay? So that's going to connect with somebody out there. Like, whoever tried to come up against you, especially the fact I'm hearing, like, you have such a sweet spirit. And so, like, you've had to muster up the strength to turn into this warrior. Like, your natural abilities, your natural core value of who you are is a sweetheart, right? Who doesn't maybe like confrontation, who doesn't like to push, right? You got into this energy where it's like the universe kind of like pushed you into a corner and forced you to look at this situation and really be honest, right? And it's almost like I said, Mad Max energy, where it's like you have to survive. You're doing something out of the survival and you've turned into a warrior, dude. Okay, so now you're a sweetie with this dark side is what I'm hearing here, okay? And they were not expecting this, period. Yeah, we have Queen of Swords in the reversal. Like I said, backed into a corner and forced to be honest, right? That's what it's given. It literally says B-I-T-C-H-Y. I can't say the word because I get demonetized on here. But that's literally what it's given. Like, you're kind of turning into this, like, cutthroat person is what I'm hearing here, okay? So this is a time period where you kind of own that shadow part of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Learning how to be cutthroat and not giving an F what they think of what you said, period, okay? Because if the shoe fits, okay? If the shoe fits. And we have the 3 of Wands in the reversal. Playing small. What did I say? They wanted you to play small. They wanted you to sit there and hide your light, hide your power. And now it's like, oh yeah, okay, well, let me go ahead and step into my shadow, okay? So you're stepping into your shadow. You're done playing small. It literally says playing small. This is the karmic situation. Like, this is the karmic energy that you're getting out of. You were playing small for way too long. This is the time period where, like, you don't back down without a fight. Fighting for your life is what I'm hearing here, okay? So definitely this is the time period you want it, you got it, go get it, okay? Go get into it, period. Bottom of the deck, yeah, 8 of Cups. Yep, disappointment, abandonment, withdrawal, escapism, walking away, and leaving behind. Okay, so you're leaving things behind. You're finally walking away from things that don't serve you. And also, you know, where you felt like this emotional void. I just also heard emotional baggage from other people. Okay, it was never your burden to carry. Okay, so it's definitely this energy coming through. Boo, Spirit saying it's time to move on. And I said, I already done heard it. Okay, get in where you fit in. Okay, so there's somewhere that's meant for you. There's a whole new soul tribe. It's what I'm hearing here. Okay, so let's get up popping it and see what final advice Spirit has for you. Okay, so Spirit, what final advice do you have for my spiritual baddies who are slaying today? Okay, promise of the future. What did I just say? Look, promise of the future. There is something beautiful ahead. It's like the sun is finally rising for you, okay? There's some light at the horizon, at the end of the tunnel, okay? So there is a promise of the future is what Spirit wants you to know. And your confirmation. Spirit is saying, like, look, wherever you're leaving behind, trust that something better is on the way, okay? There's something better up there. Okay, one more, Spirit. Ooh. Determination, period. Use the anger, use it as fuel. It's giving like root chakra energy, grounding yourself, and just transmuting all these intense emotions that you've been dealing with, okay? We ain't going to sleep. Ain't no time to go back to sleep, boo. You done started the journey. You can't go back. You know what I'm saying? So Spirit wants you to stay determined, okay? Get hungry, get angry, okay? And be productive, okay? Don't hurt nobody. But you know what I'm saying? So stay determined, period. Bottom of the deck, we have joy. Yes. Joy is coming through for you. So Spirit wants you to focus on joy and like, kind of like distract yourself. Whatever people have tried to put on you or whatever, just distract yourself and focus on joy. Maybe go watch a comedy or something like that. Just to kind of like, because, you know, we can stay determined and like channel our emotions, but at the same time, we got to have balance, okay? So realize, like, don't take this life too seriously, okay? Don't take other people too seriously either, okay? Life's too short for all that. All right, so that's the reading I have for you, darling. I send you so much love. You got this, boo, okay? Your future is looking brighter and brighter every day. So just believe it, trust it, and know it. Now, if this resonates, feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit the little notification bell so you don't miss out. Until next time, I send you all of my love. You have a blessed, wonderful day. Ta-ta.